We're talking to Bill Russell. He is the CEO of Lake Norman Chamber of Commerce. Bill, again, thank you so much for allowing us to interview you. We do this every year. I want to say this is the 4th or 5th year that we've done this.
Sure.
We are at your yearly gala event. Walk me through how many years you've been doing this.
A lot of years. My first Chamber of Commerce event for Lake Norman was in January of 1996. So that's 22 years. 22 years been doing this.
Wow. And this event is the biggest event of the year. The Peninsula Club is packed. This is the first year we're actually conducting interviews inside of the hall. We're actually on the main stage. We thought we would do something different this year. What are some of the things that the Chamber is going to be doing different this year?
Well, first off, we're going to be rolling out a new website that's been under development for about 6 months now. And we're really proud of it. It's going to have all the bells and whistles. But most importantly, about a year ago, we started interviewing our members about what was important to them, what were their needs, what did they want to see the Chamber of Commerce do. And we're going to try to make sure that the new website has some of those features built into it. But the number one thing that the Chamber of Commerce can do with membership is, one, promote the membership and communicate with the membership. And so we're going to be doing that.
I've said this many times, but I can't help but say it again. I'm sort of associated with the Charlotte Chamber, Mooresville Chamber, Statesville Chamber, Lake Norman Chamber. I kind of do what I need to do with each of them, or my clients are doing with them. And there is no doubt in my mind that Lake Norman Chamber, under your leadership, just absolutely seems to be the most vibrant chamber of all of them. Now, I'm not asking you to beat on the, but what is it that seems to be different about this area that allows that to happen?
Well, the credit really is the board and the membership. I mean, it is not the president of the Chamber of Commerce. It is literally those members. And I've always felt like this particular chamber, because I did start at another chamber down there, Charleston, South Carolina. This chamber is like a family. Businesses genuinely support each other. They care about each other. They're going out and working with each other. They try to help each other. You know, some of the mistakes people make in networking is they run up and say, "Hi, I'm Joe Vagnone. I want to do business with you."
Yeah.
The way to network is really you do something for somebody first, and then they do something for you later. And I think that's this Chamber of Commerce. People genuinely want to know, how can I help your business succeed? And if you help somebody else's business succeed, chances are your business is going to succeed as well.
You had at an event 3 or 4 years ago the president of Allen Tate, and he spoke about that. He called it collecting chips and then paying out chips. So that same thing obviously is true for any size business, large or small.
No question.
Obviously, I know you've got about 1,000 members or so, right? And some of them are quite large, and some of them are quite small.
Sure.
How do you work with the interests of both of them, because they are so diverse at times and diverge at times?
Well, I think the thing that's most important to larger corporate businesses, whether it's an Ingersoll Rand or an MSC, is advocacy. They want to know, as a Chamber of Commerce, that you're out there working on behalf of their business, making sure that we have the schools in place, the healthcare providers, that we're doing everything that we can there, transportation. So those issues where we can go out and make it a great community in which they operate and they can thrive. The smaller businesses are looking, what can you do for me to help me expand my base of contacts and relationships? How can you help my employees get the tools in the toolbox that can help them succeed? So there's a little bit of that in both of them, but at the Chamber of Commerce, you got to be able to promote businesses, you got to be able to serve the businesses, and you got to be able to represent the businesses.
Talk a little bit about something I know is close to your heart because it's such a success, and we're sitting here because of the favor and benefit of WSIC. You are putting together a relationship with them that has to do with a program that you've been doing for years, sort of teaching and educating people that want to be in politics. Can you talk a little bit about that? Because I know you're going to do that again this year, and as excited as you are at putting it on, WSIC really has enjoyed for the last couple of years being a part of that. Talk about that, especially because of anybody that's listening that's interested in politics. This is just one education you don't want to miss.
And it's great seeing WSIC grow as a company. From their outreach of being a Statesville company, expanding their reach, and now they're into Huntersville. So now you've got a radio station that is reaching from Statesville into Huntersville. And
I say
really,
all the villes, from Statesville to Huntersville.
It's really impacting our region. But what you're alluding to is that we have a candidate training program. And we're working specifically with the Statesville Chamber of Commerce as well. This is something that we've done twice with Statesville, and we're going to do a third time with Statesville. But we did start in 2003, so this is a program that we've run several times. If you're interested for running for office, whether you're a Republican, Democrat, liberal, conservative, it doesn't matter because this is a nonpartisan program. Whether you're running for a local race or a statewide race or a county race, we want you to understand what are the expectations, what are the requirements, and we've had actually people go through the program, and it's over 3 weekends, and on the second weekend they may go like, wow, this is much more entailed than I thought. You know what? I don't think I'm cut out for this. Well, we want you to find that out before you run for office. Don't waste your time. Don't waste people who are backing you financially, because it's not an easy undertaking. But we've seen a lot of success. And this last class that we had, the mayor of Davidson right now, Rusty Knox, went through this program, as did one of their commissioners, Matthew Fort. We had Nick Walsh from Huntersville go through this program. The first time we ever ran this program, we talk about a young man who was on the Parks and Recreation Board. He was thinking about running for the town of Cornelius town board. He went through this program, got elected, then ran for State House, got elected, then ran for United States Senate and got elected. Tom Tillis is a graduate of this program, as is Dave Gilroy, who went through that same class way back in 2003. And he's a commissioner to this day. So.
And you know what? I get the privilege of helping you out when we do a mock radio show for them and help them with some commercials, and it's a lot of fun doing that. We spend a Saturday doing that. But the thing that I like, Bill, is you are putting different personalities, different parties to the side, and everybody starts to get along, and it really is this wonderful group of people that, if they do get elected, have already started to figure out how to work together and work through the challenges. That's what I liked about it.
Absolutely. I mean, we do want to see pro-business people get elected. I mean, obviously, as a Chamber of Commerce, we want to see people who are going to promote small business, large business. But at the end of the day, what you're seeing, whether you're a Democrat or Republican, everybody kind of wants to get to the same place. We just have different ideas about how to get there.
Right. So walk me through, if somebody's thinking about being a chamber member and they just haven't decided, right, what are some of the factors they should consider?
Well, a Chamber of Commerce membership is no different than if you're going to go out right now and get a membership at Gold's Gym. If you join the chamber and you make that investment, and then you start going to Gold's Gym and you're working out 2 or 3 times a week, then in 3 or 4 weeks it peters off to a couple times, and then 6 months later you've gone one time, and end of the year you're not going at all.
Right.
There's nothing Gold's is going to be able to do for you. So you need to make sure that you do get involved in the Chamber of Commerce. Doesn't mean that we're not going to continue to go out there and promote your business whether you come or not, but you really need to make the time to take advantage of what we offer as a Chamber of Commerce. I often tell people, if they are really interested in coming and joining the Chamber of Commerce, come to an event. See what we can do for your business. See the level of energy that we have going on there. I mean, you wouldn't go out right now. Randy Marion's going to be here later on tonight. He's one of our major investors in the chamber. You wouldn't go out and buy a new car from Randy without probably trying out that car and driving it. Try the Chamber of Commerce out. And at the end of the day, if you're not getting...
And I wouldn't even get a chance to sit down and talk with him if it wasn't for the opportunity that you give all of us for him to be in this room, and he's more than willing to sit down and talk to any of us and give us his ideas, as long as he's here, you know. So this is a rare opportunity to do that.
Joe, you know, there used to be a time, probably in the 40s and 50s and 60s, that businesses joined the Chamber of Commerce just because it was a civic thing to do. Now it's sort of like the Janet Jackson. What are you doing for me now? And that's fine. we need to be able to show a return on your investment. So if you make a $295 investment into the Chamber of Commerce, you need to make sure at the end of the year you got something out of it. And we want to make sure that that happens.
And what's really unique about your chamber is the demographics, right? There is a Mooresville chamber, there is a Statesville chamber, there is a Charlotte chamber.
Right.
What do you say to somebody that doesn't know whether to join one, all, or several of them? How do you help them make that choice?
Well, actually, I would tell you that if you have your clients all coming out of Mooresville, that's where all your clients or customers are. You need to join the Mooresville Chamber of Commerce. We're a chamber that represents Huntersville, Davidson, and Cornelius. We have businesses and members in Mooresville, Charlotte, Denver. We're a regional chamber of commerce. But I would tell you, if you've got customers and clients in several towns, maybe you should join several chambers if it makes sense for you. But again, it really comes down to, are you getting a return on that investment? If somebody joins my chamber and at the end of the day, they don't receive a benefit, they need to drop the membership.
You don't have to agree with me because I don't want to get you in trouble, but the Chamber of Commerce in Charlotte, they've merged with, I think it was City Partners or something like that.
Charlotte Partnership.
Charlotte Partners. I believe it is a big mistake. And in my opinion, the thing that makes these smaller chambers work so well is that it is something I can participate. I would not be able to sit here and talk with you if I was inside the Charlotte Chamber. I think they're changing their name to
Charlotte Regional Business Alliance.
And so, what's your? I don't want to put you on the spot on that, but my opinion is chambers, just like government, you really do need to keep them at a size that you can participate. They're at a level now that is quite substantial and would make it much harder for a small business person to actually participate. Do you have a thought on that, or did I just stick my finger in there? It wasn't my intention, but.
I think the Charlotte Regional Business Alliance is certainly them moving away from the Chamber of Commerce brand. I don't think that's going to serve them well, but it's not our Chamber of Commerce. I think the fact that we're the Lake Norman Chamber of Commerce, we have 900 businesses involved in Cornelius, Davidson, Huntersville, and Mooresville, and Charlotte, that it speaks well for us, and we're able to do something. When you are able to come out and get involved in the Chamber of Commerce, and yes, I think there is something to be said for being able to be in a smaller Chamber of Commerce. But you know, the upside of this, we're a chamber that represents 900 businesses. So when we go to Raleigh, we take 900 voices with us. When we're before the town board, we have 900 voices, and that sometimes may make a town board or a county board or a House member receptive to what you have to say.
And you move right where I wanted to go, because we got a couple of minutes. Let's talk about those. I don't want to beat on I-77, right?
Let's do that. Let's beat on I-77.
But if there's something going on, let me know about that. And then the second thing is, what government initiatives are you working on for 2019?
Well, again, we're not going to leave I-77 behind, because that's something that we continue to say needs to be addressed, and we will be continuing to work on that issue. There's all kinds of transportation-related items, everything from the widening of Highway 73, making sure that we continue to get the schools that we need in the area. Our healthcare providers are consistently having to go before the state on a certificate of need. We need to make sure that our healthcare providers have the resources they need to make sure that our area can take care of the citizens living here. So healthcare, taxes, transportation, education.
What about the magistrate? Are we still working on that?
Still working on the magistrate issue. That's something that the county and state's going to be working very closely together on. But yes, the magistrate is extremely important. Even so much as the beverage bill. You know, making sure that we have a lot of companies here that are involved in beer beverage. We want to make sure that they have the resources they need to be able to succeed.
So is there a topic I haven't brought up? This has probably been one of our better conversations that we've had. We've had a little extra time today. Is there a topic I haven't brought up that you may want to bring to the forefront and discuss, or we pretty much covered it?
I would say entrepreneurship. That's extremely important to our Chamber of Commerce. We want to make sure that we're not out there penalizing somebody who's trying to succeed. If an entrepreneur is going to take the risk, they ought to have the reward and the benefit.
Amen.
And so many times we strip away the incentives for people to go out there and really bust their can. And that's really important to us. So we want to make sure that in Small Business Week and things of that nature, we are giving these people the tools they need to succeed.
And that's probably the last thing we'll say. You have given me an opportunity to put together the Small Business Week event. This is going on the 6th or 7th year. I can't count. But where else can a small-time business broker participate in something that has turned out to be just a wonderful event for the year? And that's the kind of stuff that allows a Chamber of Commerce to take somebody, a common businessman like me, and I can just plug myself in wherever I want to do that. That really is the difference.
You know, I think, Joe, what would we charge? $30 or something like that? $30 to hear what, if you tried to go out there and hear the level of speakers that you put together, several $100s. And they got it inside of 2 hours for $30. That's what the package can do. That's what we've been able to present. And again, when people come in there and they hear the caliber of speakers, I'll tell you, I continue to be amazed at hearing some of the things that I'm hearing from our speakers. It's just inspiring.
Our speakers have been reached out to speak at other events.
I know that,
over the years. And this year, I'm going to surprise you, and I'm just going to blow it out of the water with a great speaker that we've got coming again. So again, thank you for allowing me to be a part of that. Thank you for allowing WSIC to participate in this.
I want to thank Mark and the whole staff at WSIC again, and the job that you guys do at Local Biz Now, bringing people in, entrepreneurs, small businesses able to get out and share their message and promote their business on Fridays that you put that together. Thank you for doing that, Joe.
You know, we have interviewed over 650 small business owners. That's really hard to believe. We almost got all of your members. Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much. You are listening to another edition of Lake Norman Chamber Gala event and a special edition of Local Biz Now. Thank you, my friend.